Let's get started. Start with listening, and then learn new words and practice them in sentences.
Have you ever wondered how the U.S. Congress, a powerhouse of decision-making, functions? Well, let me walk you through it. The United States Congress is a bicameral body, which means it's made up of two chambers, the House of Representatives and the Senate. Each has a distinctive role to play in the legislative process. The House, with its larger membership, is the starting point for many laws, particularly those concerning budget and revenue. The Senate, on the other hand, is smaller and often deliberates on these proposals at a more leisurely pace, allowing for thorough discussion and debate. But how does an idea become a law? Well, it's a process of introduction, debate, and passage of bills. A bill is simply a proposal for a new law or a change to an existing one. It moves through various stages in Congress, facing scrutiny and modifications along the way. Now that we've set the stage, let's dig deeper into the dynamics of this political juggernaut. A bill's journey from a mere idea to a law is a fascinating one. It all begins when a member of Congress, from either the House of Representatives or the Senate, feels the urge to address an issue or a concern. They take that spark, that idea, and craft it into a proposal known as a bill. But the road from a bill to a law is not a straight path. It's a winding journey, filled with twists and turns, all under the watchful eyes of Congress. The first stop of this journey is the introduction of the bill. It's a formal process where the proposal is presented, read aloud, and assigned a unique number for identification. The bill's content is then scrutinized, dissected, and deliberated upon by a select group of lawmakers in what we call a committee review. During the committee review, the bill is examined in minute detail. Amendments may be proposed, debated, and accepted or rejected. The bill could be reshaped, refined, or even discarded entirely at this stage. It's a rigorous process, designed to ensure that only the most viable and necessary laws make it through. If the bill survives the committee review, it then moves onto the floor of Congress for a wider debate. Here, the bill faces the collective wisdom and scrutiny of all the lawmakers. Their debates can be passionate, heated, and sometimes even contentious. They argue, they persuade, they cajole, all in the name of shaping the best possible law for the nation. Following the floor debate, the bill is put to a vote. If a majority of the lawmakers vote in favor, the bill is passed on to the president for approval. The president then has the power to either sign the bill into law or veto it, sending it back to Congress. But the journey doesn't end there. Party politics also play a significant role in this process. The fate of a bill often depends on the balance of power in Congress, the priorities of the ruling party, and the political climate of the day. Such is the journey of a bill, fraught with debate and negotiation, but the story of Congress doesn't end there. Beyond lawmaking, Congress serves as a watchdog, holding other branches of government accountable. This key aspect of congressional duty is known as oversight. It involves the regular review, monitoring, and supervision of federal agencies, programs, activities, and policy implementation. Congressional oversight refers to the power of Congress to conduct investigations into the actions of the executive and judicial branches. This includes the examination of the efficiency, effectiveness, and economy of governmental operations. It's through this process that Congress ensures government agencies are implementing laws in accordance with legislative intent. In addition to this, Congress has the authority to initiate impeachment proceedings. This is the formal process by which a sitting president, vice president, or other federal officials can be accused of misconduct. If the House of Representatives votes to pass articles of impeachment, the accused is then tried in the Senate. This serves as a pivotal check on the executive branch, ensuring that no one, not even the president, is above the law. Another important aspect of oversight involves the checks and balances system. This system is a fundamental part of the U.S. Constitution, designed to prevent any one branch of government from becoming too powerful. Congress, as part of the legislative branch, has the power to pass laws, but these laws can be vetoed by the president, representative of the executive branch. However, Congress can override this veto with a two-thirds majority vote in both the House and Senate. Similarly, the judicial branch can declare laws passed by Congress unconstitutional, but Congress can propose constitutional amendments to override such decisions. These mechanisms ensure a balanced relationship between the different branches of government, maintaining an equilibrium of power and promoting accountability. This way, each branch can be held responsible for their actions, and no single entity can dominate the nation's governance. Through its oversight function, Congress ensures a balanced and accountable government. This is a vital role, aimed at maintaining the integrity of our democratic system and ensuring that the voice of the people is always heard. From domestic issues to foreign affairs, Congress wields significant influence. In the grand tapestry of American governance, Congress is the artist that carefully weaves the threads of domestic and foreign policy. Its power is immense and far-reaching, shaping the contours of our daily lives and the nation's interactions with the rest of the world. Let's start at home, with domestic policy. Congress has the power to enact laws, addressing everything from healthcare to education, from environmental protections to economic regulations. These laws are the building blocks of our society, setting the rules by which we live and work. And while it's the executive branch that implements these laws, it's Congress that decides what goes in them, reflecting the will of the people in the process. But the domestic influence of Congress doesn't stop there. It also holds the purse strings of the federal government. By deciding how much money to allocate to various government operations, Congress can effectively shape policy priorities. For instance, by funding public education or infrastructure projects, it can advance societal development in tangible ways. Turning our gaze outward, let's consider foreign policy. Congress may not negotiate treaties or conduct diplomacy; those are tasks for the executive branch, but it does play a pivotal role. It has the power to declare war, a sobering responsibility that underscores its influence on the global stage. Moreover, it can approve or reject international agreements and control foreign aid, thereby steering the nation's international engagements. Within Congress, committees are the engines of policymaking. These specialized groups scrutinize proposed laws in detail, shaping and refining them before they reach the floor for debate. For both domestic and foreign policy, these committees are where the real work gets done, where the broad strokes of policy are transformed into the fine details of legislation. In essence, Congress is an architect of policy, drawing up the blueprints for the nation's domestic landscape and its global interactions. Through its legislative powers and control over resources, it shapes the trajectory of the nation, influencing both the lives of the American people and the course of international events. Congress indeed influences the path of the nation and the world. While powerful, Congress is not without its challenges and criticisms. As an institution, it grapples with a range of issues, key among them being legislative gridlock and partisanship. These are not mere buzzwords. Legislative gridlock refers to the difficulty in passing laws due to political stalemate, often leading to a halt in the legislative process. Partisanship, on the other hand, is the strong allegiance to one's own political party, sometimes to the detriment of bipartisan cooperation and consensus building. These issues have sparked calls for institutional reform, a topic of ongoing debate. Some argue for changes in the rules of procedure, while others advocate for broader shifts in the political culture of Congress itself. These discussions underscore the complexity and dynamism of this legislative body. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Congress remains a cornerstone of American democracy, shaping its trajectory with each decision made. From passing laws to overseeing government agencies, Congress continues its pivotal role in steering the course of the nation.
Let's learn new words and practice English with the topic, the functioning of the U.S. Congress at level C1. Legislation. Legislation, laws, considered collectively, that are enacted or under consideration by a legislative body. Example, the U.S. Congress is responsible for drafting and passing legislation that affects all aspects of American life. Bipartisanship. Bipartisanship, the agreement or cooperation between two political parties that usually oppose each other's policies. Example, achieving bipartisanship is crucial for passing significant reforms in Congress, as it shows cooperation across party lines. Filibuster. Filibuster, a prolonged speech that obstructs progress in a legislative assembly while not technically contravening the required procedures. Example, senators sometimes use the filibuster to delay or block legislative action on a bill they oppose. Committee. Committee, a group of people appointed for a specific function by a larger group and typically consisting of members of that larger group. Example, members of Congress are assigned to committees that focus on specific areas such as finance, education, or foreign relations. Oversight. Oversight, the review, monitoring, and supervision of federal agencies, programs, activities, and policy implementation. Example, congressional oversight ensures that executive branch actions fall within the law and comply with legislative intent.
Thank you for watching. Write a comment of more than 4 words to support us, and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss new videos. Goodbye.